Set to grace the 8th edition of the Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit as the special guest of honor. The announcement was made during a press briefing in Abuja by the chairman and the chief officer of Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, scheduled to take place from November 11 to 13, 2025 in Abuja. And now talking politics, where with its national elective convention fast approaching, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, says it is leaving nothing to chance in ensuring a smooth and colorful event. The party's Entertainment and Welfare Subcommittee met in Abuja to fine-tune plans to delegate welfare, logistics and entertainment ahead of the convention scheduled for November 14 and 15 in Ibadan, state capital, Oyo, state capital Ibadan. Global TV's correspondent, Ubong Usoro, has the details.
It's less than a month to the PDP's National Elective Convention, and preparations are in top gear. Members of the Entertainment and Welfare Subcommittee converged in Abuja to deliberate on key arrangements aimed at ensuring comfort, unity, and a memorable experience for party delegates. Discussions centered on logistics, including accommodation, transportation, welfare support, entertainment, programming, all of which are considered crucial to the success of the convention.
We expect a great deal from you because preparations are in full gear, and as members of the Entertainment and Welfare Committee, we are all saddled with the responsibility of thinking on how to entertain our members on that day.
Briefing journalists after the meeting, PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Oloboduwo assured all that the subcommittees are working in harmony to deliver what he described as a credible, peaceful, and unifying national convention.
Our trip, our movement has gathered momentum every day as we move towards Ibadan, and we're promising a very successful convention, which of course will strengthen our party in readiness for the 2027 election, which of course Nigerians are giving us the heads up that it will be won by the PDP.
Committee members also revealed that the convention will feature cultural displays, musical performance, interactive sessions designed to celebrate Nigeria's diversity and strengthen party's unity. The subcommittee is expected to present its final program and budget proposal to the main National Convention Organizing Committee within the week. As the PDP intensifies preparations for its convention in Ibadan, expectations are high that the event will not only shape the future of the party but also showcase its commitment to inclusion, culture, and national cohesion. Ubong Usoro for Global Television.
As climate change continues to threaten lives and livelihoods across Nigeria, experts and academics are calling for urgent action to strengthen environmental governance and promote sustainable development. This appeal was made at the 3rd Annual Hybrid International Conference of the Federal University Gusau, Zamfara State. Our correspondent, Samuel Odi, has the details.
Declaring the conference open, the Vice-Chancellor of the Federal University Gusau, Professor Mauzo Abubakar, represented by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academics, Dr. Aliyu Usman, says digitalization has become a global reality that cannot be ignored, especially with the growing influence of artificial intelligence.
Digitalization here is the integration of technology into our various operations.
The conference, organized by the Faculty of Management and Social Science, brought together academics, government officials, traditional rulers, and students to discuss the theme Digitalization, Environment, and Development Challenges in Nigeria. The chairman of the planning committee, Dr. Andowasi Abagba, said the event aims to generate research-driven solutions that balance national development and ecological prevention.
Comes in because environmental issues are some of the greatest challenges we are facing today. Being a climate change, being a flooding, which is in turn also linked to that, being a conflict, being the issues around mining, and so on and so forth.
Delivering the lead paper, Professor Aminu Abdullahi of Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, highlighted poor environmental governance, low community involvement, and inadequate funding as key issues worsening Nigeria's environmental crisis.
We shall strengthen governance and accountability, promoting transparency in environmental governance, establishing framework for transparency and accountability in management of resources, combating corruption, implementing measures to reduce corruption in environmental management. And
the Emir of Kauda Namoda, Sanusi Ahmed Asha, stressed the need for effective policies and stronger community participation to mitigate the effectiveness of climate change and protect the environment for future generations.
The air pollution or pollution. Here in the our pollution is contaminated water because some are mixed with the lead, and up to now we do not do anything about it.
Participants resolved to promote sustainable digital practice, enhance environmental research, and advocate for stronger policy framework to protect Nigerians' ecosystem. Samuel Odi for Global Television News.
No Youth Council of Nigeria has taken to the streets in protest against the withdrawal of its registration by the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC. The council's leadership described the move as unlawful, politically motivated, and a direct attack on Nigerian youth. Sadia Yakubu completes the story.
National Youth Council of Nigeria National President Sukubu Sarah Igbe Sukubu commended the action, stating that the withdrawal of the certificates of the NYCN came despite an existing court ruling delivered by Justice Okoro at the Federal High Court, a matter now under appeal in Abuja. Sukubu argued that the commission acted prematurely and unlawfully, interfering with a judicial process that has not yet been concluded. He accused the Registrar General Ishaq Magaji of orchestrating the move and described it as a clear abuse of office. According to Sukubu, Magaji's conduct demonstrates incompetence and a disregard for the rule of law.
By the provision of the law, and we will be able to bring it to their notice. And here the fact speaks by itself without even mixing words. And as we speak with you, the commission has appealed to us on the current issues that is happening for us to have peace and dialogue and the way forward. And which we have also assured the commission that ordinarily we are not supposed to live here, but there was a superior court that came, said all issues will be resolved. Based on that,
the NYCN president warned that actions of the Registrar General's office not only threatened the legal standing of the council, but also endangered national security by targeting a body that represents millions of Nigerian youth. The council therefore called on President Bola Tinubu to immediately remove Ishaq Magaji and urged the Senate President and National Security Advisors to step in and restore order.
Here is 1 month protest until the Registrar General is being sacked and removed. But the commission has appealed to us to cease fire. And
investigations carried out by CAC, and the trustees have been suspended for now. And there's an interim management in place. So that's the position right now. So the
protesters vowed to continue their demonstration at the CAC headquarters for the next 1 month or until their demands are met. As the standoff continues, all eyes are on the government and the Corporate Affairs Commission to resolve the crisis in a way that preserves the integrity of the nation youth movement. Sadia Yakubu, reporting for Global Television News.
Take a look at the health sector, where the National Primary Health Care Development Agency, in collaboration with state governments and development partners, have intensified efforts to vaccinate 106 million Nigerian children against vaccine-preventable diseases. The nationwide initiative aims to raise awareness for the ongoing integrated measles, rubella, polio, and human papillomavirus vaccination campaign, which will run from October 2025 to February 2026. On October 6, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, who flagged off the measles rubella campaign, described the exercise as a bold step towards protecting the lives and the future of children. In the meantime, the Federal Ministry of Health says Nigeria is making steady progress in tackling mental health disorders despite the global surge in cases affecting more than 1 billion people worldwide. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Development, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, stated this during a press briefing in Abuja to mark this year's World Mental Health Day. Our correspondent, Zara Unasir, has the details.
World Mental Health Day, commemorated every 10th of October, focuses on promoting global awareness, education, and advocacy against the stigma surrounding mental health challenges. Represented by the Director of Human Resources in the Ministry, Tashoma Defeta, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Development emphasized that mental health is a fundamental human right. She urged healthcare professionals and civil society groups to continue raising awareness and offering social support to those affected.
Let us pledge to build a society where mental health is prioritized, stigma is eliminated, and care is accessible to all.
The National Coordinator for Mental Health in the Ministry, Dr. Ojo Tunde, said the government is intensifying awareness campaigns, especially among young people, to discourage substance abuse, one of the leading causes of mental health disorders.
But one of the biggest problems about mental health is stigma and discrimination that is attached to it.
The event brought about international partners, mental health advocates, and representatives of the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, all reaffirming their commitment to improving mental health services across Nigeria. Zahra Nasr, reporting for Global TV News.
The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare has intensified efforts to combat child malnutrition in Nigeria, collaborating with the United Nations Children Education Fund and Evidence Action. The Director and the Head of Nutrition Department, Lajidi Ayegusi, explained that the ministry has commenced the first batch of national training for trainers on the small quantity lipid-based nutrition SQLNs aimed at improving child nutrition and reducing mortality rates among children under the age of 5. Again, Zara Unasir brings us the details.
The Director and Head of the Nutrition Department, Ladidi Kuluwabako Ayegusi, explained that the initiative is designed to equip health workers with the necessary knowledge and skills to address micronutrient deficiencies across the country.
What we're doing today is to train the key providers from the states on how to administer this supplement to children. So we have in the hall the first batch of 20 states. These are the 20 states that have high burden of malnutrition.
The Country Director of Evidence Action, Topia Ogumbi, reaffirmed the organization's commitment to supporting the Federal Ministry of Health in implementing nutrition and other health interventions.
The government of Nigeria has actually invested a lot in, combating the crisis of malnutrition, undernutrition in Nigeria. The Federal Ministry of Health, in partnership with organizations like mine, Evidence Action, and UNICEF, and a host of other organizations, have invested in procuring SQNLS.
The training, which began with participants from 20 states with high malnutrition rates, will continue next month with a second batch for the remaining 16 states. With this initiative, the federal government and its partners hope to build a stronger front-line response against malnutrition and ensure healthier growth for Nigerian children. Zahra Nasr, reporting for Global TV News.
Away from the health sector and tell you that the House of Representatives has joined the global community to commemorate the International Day of the Girl Child, reaffirming Nigeria's commitment to empowering girls as agents of change, marking the 2025 theme, The Girl Child I Am, the Change I Lead, Girls on the Front Lines of Crisis. Lawmakers urge the federal government to prioritize education and skills development for girls, particularly those affected by conflicts and emergencies. Our National Assembly correspondent, Anita Patrick, completes the report.
Coming under a motion of urgent public importance by Kafila Togbara, APC Lagos State, lawmakers emphasize that empowering girls is not only vital to their own future, but the peace, progress, and sustainable development of the nation. The House therefore called on security agencies to strengthen protection mechanism against violence and exploitation, while mandating the Ministry of Women Affairs to create safe spaces and provide mental health support for girls. The Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development was directed to ensure compliance with these resolutions.
Call on the federal government to prioritize education and skills development for girls, especially in crisis-affected communities.
In another development, the House resolves to set up an ad hoc committee composed of members drawn from the committees on petroleum resources, upstream and downstream, public accounts, anti-corruption, finance and legislative compliance to investigate funds appropriated and disbursed for the rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt, Warri and Kaduna refineries between 2010 and 2024.
To investigate all funds appropriated and disbursed for the rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt, Warri and Kaduna refineries between the year 2010 and 2024.
The House of Representatives has passed for second reading a bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended to provide for the creation of Ibadan State with Ibadan as the proposed capital city and for related matters, HB 2439. The motion was moved on the floor of the House by the member representing Ibadan Northeast, Ibadan Southeast Federal Constituency, Oyo State, Adigun Adekunle.
In Ibadan alone today, Mr. Speaker, we have about 6 million plus living in Ibadan. Most people live in Ibadan and work in Lagos every day. Ibadan deserve their own state.
The House, however, adjourned proceeding to Tuesday, 14th October after considering 4 bills for third reading. Aniete Patrick, reporting for Global TV.
In the live broadcast of News Express. When News Express returns, Nigerian government bans Pegasin from strike against Dangote refinery. Details coming shortly, plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Yeah, welcome back from that break. And now to business news, where the Nigerian government, through the Nigerian Exports Processing Zones Authority, has banned the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria from industrial actions that contravene free trade zone regulations. Managing Director of the authority, Olufemi Ogunyemi, disclosed this in a statement in Abuja, stating that the Dangote refinery falls under the free trade zone. The federal government's agencies are banned from strikes and lockouts within such zones for a period of 10 years from the commencement of operations. And now to news making rounds on the foreign scene. The Pakistani Taliban has claimed responsibility for deadly attacks in several northwest districts that killed 20 security officials and 3 civilians. The attack, which included a suicide bombing on a police training school, were carried out on Friday in several districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province that borders Afghanistan. The militancy has surged in the region since the withdrawal of United States-led troops from neighboring Afghanistan in 2021 and the return of the Taliban government in Kabul. 11 paramilitary troops were killed in border clashes, while 7 policemen were killed after a suicide bomber rammed an explosive-laden car into the gate of a training school, which followed an attack with guns. And now to news making rounds in sport. The Nigerian Premier Football League has received a shock from the World Football Governing Body FIFA as one of Nigeria's NPFL clubs, Heartland of Owerri, were slammed with a transfer ban for failing to meet their financial obligations to a former player of the club, Roland Kofi of the Ivory Coast. And with the ban in place, the club can neither buy nor sell players for 3 seasons. It will be recalled that the Nigerian Football Federation Status and Arbitration Committee had previously ordered Heartland to pay several former players their outstanding entitlements. And that's the end of the news. But before we go, let's take a recap of our major stories. On Global TV News Express, Chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Foreign Affairs, Wole Oke, says he remains committed to Nigeria's foreign policy principles. In business, we brought to you that Dangote Refinery's ban has not been stopped. And in sport, we told you that Heartland Owerri has been banned for registering players by FIFA. And that's it on Global TV News Express. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365, and StarTimes, channel 276. Now kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using at Global TV NG. I am Mukhtar Kasim. Saying a very big thank you for watching.